Hey guys, end of trading day on April 19th, 2018. And a lot of people are, looks like, a bit confused about what the market is doing. Is it going higher? Is it going to set all new time highs? Or is it going to go lower? And, I talked to a lot of student traders. I talked to a lot of other traders. And a lot of them think that the market is actually going to go higher. But this is what I wanted to share with you today. To me, this one chart actually tells you everything about what the market is about to do. Now take a look. This is actually the chart of Apple. And a lot of times when I trade stocks, I actually would have Apple just like I would have some of the indexes displayed on my charts, like S&P, like the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. To me, a lot of technology stocks, even though Apple is a part of the component of the Dow Jones now, a lot of the technology stocks are going to duplicate or replicate what Apple is going to do. And sometimes Apple will actually be an indicator. Just in some of my videos, as I stated previously, I've been looking to Bitcoin as sort of a indicator that shows where the market is going next. And so the Bitcoin indicator itself is a bit confusing right now, but at times like that, I look at a bunch of other things to determine what's actually taking place. So taking a look at this chart, you will notice I'm drawing a parallel here between what's happening with the accumulation distribution in relation to the price action in Apple. Now, there's a lot of things that I could be pointing out about this chart, but for the simplicity of this video, I just want to point out this. Right here, when Apple was hitting about $180 a share, your accumulation distribution hit its all-time high within the last year. Now, when the stock sold off, it quickly rebounded. However, when the stock was reaching this same level, with this little red circle I got, the accumulation distribution did not reach the same level, which tells me a story that as the stock price is going higher, not many people, or not as many people, are interested in buying it at this level as they were prior at this level right here. As a matter of fact, a lot of times this right here tells me that as the stock is going higher, a lot of institutional investors are actually trying to sell the stock, which, if you follow the news, which you should, if you try to stay consistent with the markets and what's going on, but don't take the news themselves for granted sometimes and try to read in between the lines. And what I mean by that is when you hear a lot of analysts are raising price targets, it could be actually an indication that they are really unloading their positions, as contradictory as this may sound. Now, let's take a further look at this chart. As Apple makes an all-time high right here, 182.5. What do we see here in accumulation distribution? It actually falls below the previous level. So now we actually have a pattern. It is no longer a one-time occurrence. It is actually a pattern. So now you clearly see as Apple price hits its all-time high, the accumulation distribution drops, which tells me the institutional investors are actually selling the stock. Now, what is actually taking place right here as it's trying to make, again, a move higher over the last 10 days? Well, clearly, at this point, no one is interested in buying this stock. Now, if we analyze this closer, this could be an indication of what's about to happen to a lot of technology stocks. So in my view, Apple will be taking a significant nosedive. If you clearly analyze some of the charts of S&P 500, they're right around here, around the blue line, which would be the 50-day moving average. And if you'd like to know more on where the markets are going to go, stay tuned and check out the next video, which I'm going to make specifically talking about the indexes. But right here, to me, this one chart of Apple tells me the entire story, that as the markets are going higher, people are not really buying. So please do not buy into this philosophy of the markets actually going higher. There's clearly indicators which tells us that no matter how positive the news are trying to portray the picture to us, there is nothing to be bullish about. All these earnings reports that they're talking about, please give me a break. Do not be a fool. If you take all the tax benefits out of these earnings reports, there is nothing. 90% of the companies would be missing their targets. Oh yeah, and so what do you do in situations like this? When you clearly see the price action pointing to a higher move, but in reality there's no buyers at this level? Well, take a guess. Typically, in 99.9 cases, the stock will plummet. And so if Apple plummets, you probably want to know which other stocks will take a dive as well. So take action now. Simply visit marketcrash.money, click the big green button right here, How to Profit, and schedule your one-on-one coaching session on how to trade options, whether you're a brand new trader or an experienced trader looking to make money in this crazy market environment where things look like they're dropping, where they're next day looking like they're going higher. To make sense of it all, if you're trying to place a very good option strategy, definitely schedule your one-on-one session with me. We'll answer all your questions that you possibly have on your mind right now. We'll come up with a specific, whether you're looking to trade short-term, we'll come up with a great short-term strategy. If you're looking to do it long-term, we'll develop a special long-term strategy for trading options just for you. So take action now and make your 2018 your most profitable year ever.